Right, finally, after weeks of bad weather, we're getting out on the kayak. I've even got my silly fishing hat on, so hopefully that means we'll catch some fish. I haven't got my seat. Oh, Lindsay B. All tied up and nowhere to go. Let's see if we can catch some fish today. It's been a pretty barren winter. So I noticed the wind's picked up a little bit more than it was forecast to. I think it's only forecast to lift for about an hour, which, I mean, it's not a problem, but it's going to make it a bit chilly outside of the sun. But I think we should be in the sun for the whole paddle. Doesn't look like there's going to be too many clouds coming over. So the water's pretty clear. We're going to head round to the back of the harbour, try and pick up a couple of coalfish. I think that's the goal today. Just something to catch, really. I've not caught fish for a while, 3 or 4 trips now. I've done some nice paddles, but I've not been able to catch anything. So we're going to head out to a mark that I know around the side of the harbour, and we'll see if we can. It might be a bit low, tide's still a little bit low, but we'll see if we can pick up a couple of fish. Thanks for joining me as always. I don't know if I've said proper thank yous to everyone. I keep saying it and they're not putting videos out. We've reached some good goals and some good milestones, so thank you for hanging along. I'm thinking about doing some special videos this year, some stuff around wrasse fishing, with maybe a float in I got those 2 really good wrasse spots, so that's kind of the goal. And then there'll be the annual Isla trip to see the in-laws. I was there, got back yesterday, didn't catch any fish, but then it's March, don't really expect to catch fish in March. I did do a little bit of bait fishing, but unfortunately it was not meant to be. So we're just going to go for a little paddle and today and see what we can find. Hopefully this is the first fish of the season, because the weather has been pretty naff. Combine that with the not having time off work, it's not made for good paddling. So I'll see you at the spot. So the rock in front of us is called Castlefoot Rock, and we're going to use that as our marker to tell us how we're doing on the drift and which way we're going. I'm going to get this opened up. There we go. According to the sound, there's some fish. That binging noise might be a bit annoying, but I've turned it on so that I can hear when there's fish going past. Now, made a bit of a mistake here, which is I left this unclipped while I'd paddled, which means it's got a bit tangled around the knot. Is that it? There we go. Where'd that little go? I better take the bits of plastic off, otherwise there's kind of no point in, there it is, having it on. And we'll just undo the tip wrap. I still don't like this rod for tip wraps, I have to say. I find that it tip wraps quite easily. Just probably user error. There we go, right. We seem to be sitting pretty still, so we are going to need to move because this is not really where we want to be. So we'll just drop this down, really just unwind the line. There we go. Right, put that in there. Pass that to there. Right, I'll see you guys at the spot. Just roll this up. That's the fishy marks. Could be fish, you know. Because it sounds very fishy. Wow. According to this, it's stacked with fish. Unless I'm on a shelf. Oh wait, hang on a second, am I right on there? There is a bit of ground out here. Yeah, there it is. Called the Outer Boss, which is a pinnacle that rises right up out of the water. And you get a bit of swell on it, which you can see here. So let's just spin myself around. I didn't think I was far enough over for it, to be honest, but I obviously am, for the fact that it's pinging at me. So what we'll do is take a few strokes forwards. See if we can just get to the other side of it, and then we'll start dropping. But let's see if we can get the drift to take us the way that we want to go. I'm very aware that there seems to be some things picking up in front of the camera. Not much I can do about it. Okay, so put out the bait rod first. I do normally have bait on this rod, that's not what I've got. Some feathers. We'll just drop those down. Make sure the drag's nice and loose. Stick those at the back. And then we'll try and actively fish this very nice H2O slow jig. One of my favourite lures, the H2O slow jig. Normally I use it in orange and 60 grams. This is 80 grams and in pink. So we'll see. Now, I'll say it and I'll say it again. I've only blanked once or twice using these lures. Unfortunately, if you watch some of my older videos, I'd never blanked on one of these lures, but alas, can't catch fish every day. So I think I've had one blank on these lures now. So, oh, I think I'm on the bottom. Oh, hold on. Let me just... snagged it. There we go. Oh, high we're coming here. I think I need to bring the other rod in perhaps. It's currently just bashing on this. There we go. It feels slightly better. I've come right up to 9 meters. That'll be why. We had a little snag. Oh, don't tell me the drift's going the other way now. One thing I will say here is a bit of an eddy here. So the drift sometimes just change a bit. So you think you know what the drift's doing. And then the next thing you know, it all changes. I wonder, I don't feel like I'm far enough. I feel like I should be further out than this. Further away from this rock. So if you look at the water, it's full of sort of scummy stuff. Like, it's often sewage, unfortunately, although I don't think it is today. Just runoff. And this runoff just shows you're in an eddy. Because otherwise, you're either in an eddy or a current when you've got runoff. In this case, I think we're just in a bit of an eddy. So I think maybe we need to move to find some current. Probably aren't going to find fish in this eddy. Need to find the edge of some current. I can see a current line up the top there. It's about 50 meters away. So maybe just head up there. Yeah, let's just move. Drift's not been great, although we know which way it's drifting now, looking at the map. Paddle out a bit wider, see if we can find some fish. There's definitely a little lump coming off that reef, so we'll just give it a bit of a wide berth, I think. Unfortunately, I don't think it'll come out on the camera, the kind of lump that I'm talking about. Let's see if I can paddle into it and see if you can see it. What you find here is you get these little rolling swells. I think the problem is the coastline kind of curves here. So one of the reasons I'm struggling to understand the map is because the map is going in a straight line, but I'm using the coastline as like a marker. Yep. Okay, we had a bit of a battery disaster with the GoPros. I've been using a charger plug. My GoPro's died as I was drifting in there, but as you can see here, we've got a really nice sized cod. So happy with that. GoPro's out of battery. That may be working. This one's definitely dead, but we got one fish. Hey! And away he goes. Oh wow, I actually have a battery. After me saying I didn't have any, I seem to have found one. That's handy. Lots of dinging here, which I'm pretty sure is my lures. I think it's picking up my lures as bait fish. Oh, fish! Let's just set the hooks on this. Alright, hooks are set on that. Let's bring this up quickly. Oh! Fish on. Set that under there so it's safe. So we haven't lost this. Oh, it's it's a tiny pollock. I thought it was way bigger than that. Hey buddy. Little pollock. However, it's another fish, so I'm not going to complain. I could have sworn that was bigger. What might I said about being in an eddy? I'm in another eddy, which is interesting. It's a shame you're not getting these bites on camera when they're on the other rod, but there's nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. How far away I can pull this from my face, but the silly hat has won us a fish, so silly hat for the win. Thank you very much for watching this episode of East Lothian Kayak Fishing. Got another summer on the horizon, so hopefully we can get out and catch some more fish. Thank you very much for watching. As always, give it a like and subscribe. Check out the new podcast, Paddle and Flow, and thank you very much for hanging around. Take care. Good night. There's some fish there.